There are a lot of questions. Nobody knows for sure. But we acted like we did know for sure. 2 million would die if we didn't destroy the economy and a lot of personal lives. It is an amazing. See, I don't know why you can't be torn by both. It's every one of us who believes that we might, who asks questions. We acknowledge the tragedy of Italy or New York. I mean, the scenes are gut-wrenching, heart-rending, gut-wrenching, in case you want to know the correct phrase. That's true. At the same time, it is gut-wrenching and heart-rending what is happening to people. That's also true. What this is doing, there will be. See, we will never know the number of people who died as a result of the isolation, right? We will never know, or how many years off people's lives that it took. How many more opioid addiction? How much more alcohol addiction? How much heart failure because of anxiety and loneliness? I don't know if we'll have those figures. We have the figures of everyone who has died from this. Do you know anyone who has died? Do you know personally, like even a cousin of a friend or something? Do you know anyone who's died? Because my son does. My son in Florida told me 3 people that he knew of. It really, I mean, obviously that hits home. I want you to know, I'm not remote in that way. Not remote in any way. I'm also troubled by the $2 trillion. What if the dollar isn't worth paper?
It's just the beginning. We're a long way from the end of that.
We're a long way from the end of that too, you're saying?
Oh yeah, I don't. 2 million.
Yeah, 2 trillion.
We're not going to end at 2 trillion.
You know, what does it do? It automatically diminishes everyone's savings. If everything were the same, the hard-earned dollar is not a hard-earned dollar anymore. And who owns a lot of those trillions? Doesn't China? China wishes us ill. The Greens may get their dream because the American oil companies are being hit terribly with imports of cheaper Saudi. It's funny that the Saudis would want to hurt the U.S. in this. They've been allies of the U.S. I wonder, do you have any thoughts on that? Can we get Andy Puzder?
Sure.
I'd like to talk to him about the economy of all of this. Meanwhile, you folks have to take care of yourselves. For some reason, the people who run this building where our radio studio have not turned on the air conditioning. So that truly may force me to broadcast from home. It's sauna-like condition here. Maybe they don't want to pay the upkeep of the building because there are so few tenants that are using the building now. Well, I am blessed in my situation, I admit it. I will be, by the way, I think as truly as a service, I will be conducting a Passover Seder next week. Virtual, yes, virtual. It'll just be me and you. That's me and you, the viewer. Go through some of the prayers, explain the rituals, explain the Exodus, explain the Haggadah. So if you send me an email, just as people have done for the services that I have put on the internet, a lot of people have asked that I do it, and my aunt, who is an Orthodox Jew, they don't use electricity on the holy days or the Sabbath, but she will be tuning in. She needs that on that night. It's to say the least, it is a disruptive experience, and that is saying the least. Well, what's with you, my friends? I like talking to you during this time, which is today is April 1st, so we have another 29 days, another 4 weeks of this. Maybe you say. Well, there will be voices, no matter what the numbers. I mean, unless the number is 0 or very close to 0, there will be voices to continue it. All right, my friends. This is the situation, and I am going to make good on my musical idea to play for you something beautiful and talk to you a little about it. I've been wanting to do this for 35 years. The circumstances allow for it today. All right, 1-8-PRAGER 776-877-243, 777